under the west side of Chicago in 1965 to join my brother, who was called to be a pastor at Bethel Lutheran Church in a community that had just changed from white to black. And 3 days after we got there, I moved in. He was a bachelor, and I was just coming back from Tanzania. And I moved in there to help him get settled. And 3 days after we got there, the first riots took place. And there were 5 riots in those next 4 years, with the National Guard troops marching on our streets and buildings being burned and all our stores being burned out and so forth. And hatred really strong on the streets. So it was clear, I said, I can't leave my brother like this. And so I stayed. And out of that situation, again, the church slowly began to invite other people in and began to see what was needed and what was going on in the community. And so that's how it evolved until it was about 10 years later when then we got into this issue of the housing that was so much a problem in the community, and then started Bethel New Life. I grew up in Washington, D.C., which is a great place to grow up because you were very much involved in I was in the schools that were integrated when the Supreme Court decision was made. I lived through that whole era. My dad was an inner city pastor of a church where some people left when we went out and invited folks in the neighborhood to come in, and some said, this is the kind of church I want to belong to. So I got a proud heritage. It's kind of pushing you on, saying, hey, you can't sit around and wail and complain about what's wrong with society. You got to be a part of making it different.